Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here, Totem Pole Nation. We are live Wednesday. Totem Pole Nation, I am here on the south side of St. Petersburg, Florida, Coquina Key. I am joined in studio with the Coach Taylor. What is going on?
I just been sitting back. I've been watching some video, studying some tape that I would like to show y'all. Here you go, Coach.
All right, let's get it right on the monitor right away. Let's roll.
A real big mouth when the big man ain't in town. Last week he was suspended. He talked a lot of trash up here, and I also got a tape. Why don't you roll the tape of Roddy Piper last week? Let the people hear him say he wasn't scared of the big man, huh? Let's see that tape, okay?
All right, he said he wasn't a chicken. He said he wasn't. You want to roll this tape? All right, let's go. Jeez, let's go ahead and roll this tape. Roll him out of here.
Wait just a minute, Piper. I want to tell you something, smart aleck. You're the man that started the big bounty on the grappler. You're the one that has all these fans out here trying to take it.
Who are all these guys? Because I recognize this is Roddy Piper.
When was the last time you called somebody a smart aleck, Coach?
Probably yesterday.
Can you add that to your repertoire today?
Yeah.
Maybe one of your coaches?
Yeah.
Let them know.
Who is this guy? I recognize him.
I love it. That is Roddy Piper.
This is Roddy Piper here.
Yeah.
But more than that, you're the one that got the barbarian suspended. What's wrong? Are you scared of him or something? First of all, come on. You don't need to suspend any barbarian on the count of me. If the barbarian is suspended on the count of me, you unsuspend him, brother, because I ain't afraid of nobody. Wait, just a minute. Wait just 1 minute. Will you please repeat that one more time? Did you say you wasn't scared of the barbarian? I said, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of anybody. Are you a happy person now? I'm not afraid of anybody. Okay, you heard it. If you're not afraid of nobody, why don't you fight somebody right now? Here's your big chance. The bottom line, Piper, is either you wrestle or you make movies. So I'll tell you what, we can do it the easy way or the hard way. You can leave the sports arena escorted by the three of us, or you can walk out and not get hurt. So it's up to you, the easy way or the hard way. Either leave and never come back, or we'll throw you out. All right, hey, we got rid of Roddy Piper.
Playboy Buddy Rose, man.
Yeah, that's who that is.
Yeah, Playboy Buddy Rose, man. What an absolute legend. And yeah, man, what good stuff that was from a great legend right there. And we're going to be able to talk to him very soon. We're going to try to set something up very, very soon. Yeah, Len Denton. And yeah, man, that was him, John, with one of the best. And that's the thing with this book, Len Denton, the grappler. And it was also by Joe Witherhill, and it was forwarded by Roddy Piper. So,
wow,
yeah, man, that was
rest in peace, right?
Yeah, and that was John Nord that they were showing. John Nord, the Barbarian, former pro football player turned, he turned wrestler, and he had he was partnered with Bruiser Brody for a good while. John Nord the Barbarian. And hey, let me ask you this, Coach. Did you get that commercial that I sent you yesterday?
Yeah, I got it.
Man, can we show that or
what do I have to put? How do I pull it up on YouTube?
Man, I don't know how I sent it to you. Probably John Nord car commercial. But man, okay. These guys were just so ahead of their time back then. And yeah, man, I'm definitely excited to have him come on. He's got on his resume, he's got victories over guys like Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, the Junkyard Dog, You know, and this guy, we're talking about a lifetime heel. So this guy had to watch his back. Oh, this is great. This is beautiful.
We don't care. Got no credit. Got no credit. We don't care.
All right, where is this commercial at? 'Cause I probably need to go see these people.
Yeah, this was in he is a Minnesota guy, man. Don't make the payment though.
That's right, then we care. We're Yard Motor Company, located a mile west of Anoka on Highway 10. And with payments as low as $82 a month. That didn't hurt much, did it?
Man, what a great commercial.
Dude,
is he still in the car business? Is he still in the car business?
I believe he might possibly be, man.
I might need to see him.
We'll see about making that happen, man. But yeah, that was he took that guy to Suplex City right on the car. And yeah, I think the backstory is that guy that got suplexed ended up hurting himself a little bit, but he made $100 payday. A quick boom. Take a suplex for $100. You know,
that's what Ric Flair started cutting himself for. He said he would make an extra $50 a night.
Wow.
So they said, "Would you cut yourself?" He said, "Sure." He gets paid $100 a night because he was getting paid $50.
The red that red brings the green. The red brings.
Here we go.
We have a guest showing up. All right.
Hutchings has joined the stream. Are you on just audio, Coach?
What's up, Totem Pole Nation?
What's up, Coach? Good to hear you this morning, man. Always
Coach
good to hear your voice.
Tell them the news about who we got coming on.
Oh man, we've got a legendary. I mean, he's like the Coach Jim McNally of the wrestling world. We're talking about Len Denton, aka the Grappler. We're talking about a guy that has on his resume victories over the Junkyard Dog in his prime, Ted DiBiase,
Nice.
Dusty Rhodes, Andre the Giant. He has rolled with all these guys. He's always been a heel. He did a short run early in his career as a babyface, but just from a psychology standpoint, he loved the heel position because, you know, he was just a mastermind. Like he would battle guys and he would avoid their weaknesses and he would go to their strengths. And we're talking about a guy that's only stands about 5'10", you know. So when he got on the microphone, as you saw, man, he just lit up Rowdy Piper on what we were just showing just a second ago, Coach.
You know, he reminded me of
love heels.
Animal.
Who's that?
He reminded me of Animal. The energy that he brought, is it because he's from Minnesota also?
No, sir. Lenny is from Texas.
But his energy and his voice just reminded me of Animal.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you what, I bet those guys watched a lot of grappler footage to kind of do a twist from his promos, because he was, man, the energy, the excitement, and just the in your face like he was with Piper, man. Very, very intense guy, and he got in the business at a very, very young age. So it's gonna be great to chop it up with him. We're so blessed. He's talking about eventually, doing his own thing, and I mean, man, why not? I mean, the guy he loves the business. He knows so much. He's booked at places. Harley Race.
Harley Race started at 13.
He's got a victory on his record to Harley Race.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coach Hutch, how's it going? What do you think about all these players leaving from Colorado? They've only got 20
I think it's pretty interesting. It's great to see
players now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a crazy recruiting season for them to get them up there this summer. But it's very, very interesting that a lot of those guys are leaving.
So basically, are they just opening up spots so they can let everyone know in the country, hey, go ahead and enter the portal, come out here and play for Coach Prime? Now, I heard some criticism of Coach Prime that he was not wearing Colorado gear during the spring game. He was actually wearing Coach Prime gear. What do you think about that, Coach Bald?
You know what? I think when you get to the level at where he's at, you've done it by not always doing what everybody wants you to do. You are a trendsetter. You are a pioneer of the sport. I am affiliated with Totem Pole Nation, but I got my ties right here to the sideboard. I love these guys. I represent these guys. Cauliflower Alley, you know. So, they knew what they were getting in with Coach Prime. I don't think you get in that guy's way one bit. He's doing things that have never been done, but we're at a time that's never been seen in the game of college football with the portal and everything. So I think you give the guy the reins and let him roll with it, man. If it's his gear and he wants to do that, you just be happy that you got this guy, on your roster leading your team. You know what I mean? Because that's what that guy's going to do. I see the guy in the SEC within 3 years. That's my
Coach
that's my
Hutch, what
two
do you
cents.
think about all these
I
players
think it's
leaving?
well. I'm going to go back to the Coach Prime thing. I think it's a marketing thing. Because in my experience, every college I've ever been to, the college coaches, if they're not wearing a suit, they're wearing the college colors. They got the logo on their shirt. And when I was at Virginia Tech, if you had anything other than Nike on, you could get the entire school fined. So the thing is, I think it's really just a marketing thing to get T-shirts sold and hats sold and stuff like that. So, if he was wearing the school color polo and had a Coach Prime hat on, I'd be fine with that. If he got his polo embroidered with Coach Prime on there, totally fine with that. But to not wear the school colors or the school outfit or school polos or school anything like that, other than that, I just see it as a marketing thing. Look
Yeah,
at
we
Coach
had a
Prime
cowboy
here.
hat on, and his jacket was black and gold with Prime with 21 inside of the Prime somehow. But, it's all a part of his plan. And you guys are the baby
Brand.
face. You are the baby face of Totem Pole Nation, and I'm the heel. And our philosophy's always been want some, get some. Will Travis Hunter take the bag, or is the bag that he's getting already big enough? If Travis Hunter leaves Colorado, are there problems in paradise?
Not necessarily. These guys, I've seen it, even before the transfer
You
portal was a
guys are
big thing,
baby faces, man.
with guys leaving and, they feel like they've maxed out the potential at one school, so let's go to another school. I mean, take a look at Russell Wilson, for example, going from NC State to Wisconsin. He doesn't even rep state. He don't even care about them no more. So that's a different kind of the story right there. But, as a person that went to UVA Wise and Virginia Tech, I still rep both of those schools. I don't forget my past.
Coach Bald, if Travis Hunter leaves Colorado, are there problems in Boulder? Are there problems in Prime's house? Is there problems in Paradise?
I don't believe so. And I think, with all the guys they got going, out of the door, there's going to be a lot more 5-star, 4-star studs waiting to get in the door, push, pull, or drag. What he's building there is it's monumental for that area. And Coach Prime, who was his first head coach in the NFL?
Jerry Glanville.
And what was Jerry Glanville like?
I mean, he's the man in black. Left tickets for
Exactly,
Elvis
man.
Presley.
He was
every
Johnny
game.
Cash. He was Johnny Cash of the NFL. I think that's what you're going to see here with Coach Prime at Colorado, man. You're going to see Johnny Cash. You're going to see a dude that is a gambling man. You know what I mean? And he's wanting to do it his way. And, I think Colorado gave him the green light to do it his way. And, why not? Why not let the guy do what he's doing? You've seen the success and what's been going on with it. And I think it's just going to, it's the big thing, man. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants to be on TV. Everybody wants to be in the media and stuff like that. And Coach Prime, with his show and everything, man, it's going to blow Colorado up.
Jim Tim says Hunter isn't leaving. One of the players said that wherever the cameras are, all the whole facility has cameras for the reality show that's being taped. And wherever the cameras are, that's where Coach Prime is. Hunter isn't leaving. He's got too big of a bag. I'd never heard of Barstool Sports until I heard that Barstool was paying Dion $1 million to go to Jackson State. So I never even heard of Barstool. I'm not a Little Mermaid. Have you ever seen the original Little Mermaid there, Coach Bald?
Of course I have, sir. Yes, sir. And in fact, just to chime in on that, I'll show you this here. I don't know if you see it. Can you see that in the pool? Can you see that?
Yes.
That is a mermaid grabbing a turtle. And pretty much that's probably my wife, and I'm the turtle.
Do you believe in mermaids?
Do
you believe in mermaids? I saw Splash when I was a kid with Tom Hanks. Do you believe in mermaids?
You know what? It was if it wasn't for that movie, I probably would not. But because of that movie, and I see dolphins out here sometimes. Who knows? Maybe from far, far away, it is a mermaid. It just
Do you believe in mermen?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you believe in
I'm a merman.
A merman. How about you, Coach Hutch? Have you ever seen the original Little Mermaid?
I have. And my philosophy on mermaids and unicorns is that we made them all go extinct. So they were real until we decided, you got all those sailors out there seeing those.
Jim Tim, you're starting to fire me up there, buddy. All right, because
the way
I see you put here, I would say an old school Miami Hurricane style coaching job.
Oof.
Okay.
Wow.
Now you said the way he's coaching, and then you bring up a name, Dennis Erickson. All right. An old school Miami Hurricane coaching job is one Howard Schnellenberger with the pipe. And we're going to build the state of Miami. And Jimmy Johnson took that over. And then when Dennis Erickson came in, Bernard Tiger Clark told Dennis Erickson, dude, don't change anything. And he won a national championship. So when you talk about old school Miami Hurricanes, I go back to the Godfather, the man with the pipe, Howard Schnellenberger. Then I go to my favorite coach, who's down in Key West, the one and the only Jimmy Johnson. Then you had Dennis Erickson. And then who did you have? I don't know. Butch Davis. Then who did you have? Larry Coker, who had the most talented team of all time. He won one championship, should have won two, got beat by Ohio State. Coach Hutch, when you think of old school Miami Hurricane style of coaching, do you think of what Coach Prime is doing right now?
To an extent, I would say a little bit, yeah.
Well, I think of the first game that I ever remember seeing, which was the Miami Hurricanes versus Penn State. And there couldn't be a more different two teams. One team had fatigues. The green, Vietnam era, OD green, fatigues. And then you had Penn State with Joe Paterno. My dad called him the biggest crybaby of all time. And you had the man with the perfect hair from Oklahoma State, Jimmy Johnson. Dennis Erickson did a great job of going in there and not changing a thing.
But I think that's a life lesson right there, Coach Taylor. If you've got a program that has a lot of weapons, a lot of talent, and a lot of things already embedded in it that these guys have been doing for a long time, what's the benefit in changing everything to your style of coaching?
Well, it's happened before. when people take over programs and they try to change things that have been successful, it blows up in their face. It happened to me.
Yeah.
It happened
I
at
think slow
Herman's when Coach
changes.
Kane left. Now it's happening in the Central Region again.
Yeah, and I think slow
Because
changes are
you're
fine, but if you change, wholesale changes, like you're not going to have that same buy-in, and you might have some dissent grow just right off the bat because, hey, this new guy is changing everything.
Do you think Jimmy Johnson cared what type of socks Michael Irvin wore?
Doubtful. I mean, he might, but doubtful because,
I mean, dude, the Miami Hurricanes changed the game. The NCAA came out with the tape that pretty much, and I've got a Notre Dame fan, and it was the conflict. It was, what was it? The battle of the
Convicts versus the Catholics.
the convicts. Is it? Oh, we have some that needs to be beeped out, but we have a Notre Dame fan here, and he can tell you about Coach Socrates. Is what Deion Sanders is doing at Colorado similar to an old school Miami Hurricane coaching job? Would Howard Schnellenberger and Jimmy Johnson have ran off 41 players? What is your thoughts on that, Coach Socrates? He says no. Jim Tim, I have got a sports savant. I have a sports genius. Why is it not different? No, I'm talking about Coach Socrates. Why is
we got to have that? We got to have that trivia happen. It has to.
Why is what Coach Prime doing not an old school Miami job?
We need more elaboration from Coach Socrates, please. Elaborate, Coach. Get a live mic on him, Coach. I can't hear anything.
Well, they can't hear you. Kyle Anderson's
Come
on
on,
here. He would like to see you.
Socrates.
I mentioned Kyle Anderson, and here he comes. The
Hey,
one
man,
and the
Coach.
only
Kevin
Coach
McMillan.
Socrates. There he is.
What's up, Coach?
He led our ladies to the state championship.
I'm not surprised, as usual.
That's all right. He's a great coach. I know. I love you, dude. Marv Levy didn't win 4 of them, and he's still Hall of Famer. And so are you. You're a Hall of Famer. Coach Hutch, how do you feel about this? I mean, the Miami Hurricanes are the U. Is there any similarities between, Bobby Bowden, who Coach Prime played for? I mean, he was like all shucks, good old boy from West Virginia, Christian, preacher. Prime time wore his gold chain. I'm all good with it, man. I'm all good with Joe. I love gold chains. I love gold teeth. I love it all.
We're going to get you a gold chain when we win the state championship.
Well, somebody tried to give me a gold chain, but it turned my neck green. So I don't exactly know if that was. But you two guys are baby faces. You're nice guys. All right. I need one of you to turn heel. Show Coach Hutch the mask, Coach Bald. Show him the grappler's mask.
I'm going to need a minute. Here.
He's going to put it on.
Guys over here, man.
He actually has one of the grappler's masks. That is not going to end up. Look at that. Look, that's what it looks like to be coaching in Miami. All right, in St. Petersburg. It looks a lot different in Boulder.
We got to get down there.
Tim, I love you. Jim Tim, you know how to instigate me. You know how to get me fired up. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Are you Super Destroyer X?
This is a grappler mask, and the grappler would say, "Beat me if you can."
Challenge accepted.
At the end of his promos, beat me.
Is that what he would say? Beat me if you can?
Another one that he would say, which is really good, is when you're the best wrestler in the world, they don't call you the best wrestler in the world. When you're the best wrestler in the world, they call you the grappler.
I like that.
Yeah, man. I love this.
Grappler could play for me.
Amazing guy.
Could have played for me. Do my
Coach
Grizzlies
Baldwin-
play tonight?
Coach
The
Baldwin,
reason I asked about Little Mermaid is because the new Little Mermaid is coming out. Everybody's going to go watch that. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. I've never seen a Disney movie in my life. I've never seen The Little Mermaid. I don't even think I've seen Bambi. All right.
if we're going Disney, my favorite Disney movie is probably Wall-E.
Oh, is that like
Little robot.
Short Circuit, like a computer movie?
Yeah. It's still it's digital, but it's basically foreshadowing what America's going to be in about 20 years.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. When did it come out?
Wall-E came out like 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, I missed that. All right,
Yeah.
We got TNT tonight at 7:30. The GOAT, LeBron James. Some people say that's not true, but he didn't play when Jordan played. So
It's
to
a different
me,
game.
Huh?
It's a different game now too.
I want to get back to when Coach is coming down to St. Petersburg. That's what I want to hear about.
That's what I was saying. We come down there, man. We got to put on the belt. You got to put on the mask, and we got to go out and get some.
We'll put a ring in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'll put a ring in the backyard. Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah.
That would get some views.
But I did. I got some.
Totem pole first, the first totem pole wrestling match.
Yeah, absolutely. I did. I got to talk to somebody from Cultivate. Got to talk to Eric the other day at Cultivate. We chopped it up for a good while. Looking forward to him coming down and all that good stuff, man. So a lot of good things are happening with the whole crew, man. The whole crew, you know.
So do you think a totem pole wrestling could occur?
Yes.
I would see why not, man. What about like a what about Totem Pole Nation Tough Man? Rough and Rowdy.
Rough and Rowdy.
We just changed the name of it. Change the game like we've been doing.
Well, we got a guy that wants to take on somebody. He's from straight out of Low Cash.
Yeah.
He's straight out of Low Cash. He coached the JUCO team. Coach Hutch has already called him out.
For the bettors out there, over-under is 30 seconds.
Wow.
How long
would it be? Like a cyborg fight.
Over-under is 30 seconds, yeah. If we're full MMA, or if it's full MMA, 30 seconds. If it's boxing, over under a minute.
Let's use no gloves. Bare knuckle
boxing.
Hey, blood sport.
Do I get
bring out the blood
full immunity? Do I get full
Hands
immunity?
dipped in glass.
Do I get they have to sign a waiver that if they die, then if he dies, he dies.
Blood sport. That's what we're gonna have. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Like Drago.
Is
Drago over here.
Van Damme. Is he underrated?
Not at all,
man. You don't think so? You think he's overrated?
Yeah, no, 100%. He's underrated. I mean, the guy is a monster.
Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Jim McNally. Who you got?
Oof.
That's a tough. I want to see Jean-Claude versus Chuck Norris.
We should make that happen. That might be the first match.
Man,
I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Sylvester Stallone.
Sly.
Which one's older?
I think Stallone.
Yeah,
I want to see Jesse Ventura versus the Navy SEAL, Chris Kyle. I want to see that.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Chris Kyle.
He's
Chris Kyle died?
Yeah.
Yes.
The American Sniper died.
You obviously didn't watch the end of the movie there, did you?
Oh, that's right. He got shot. My fault.
Hey, did you ever watch
the movie, man? I forgot he got killed by the crazy.
Did you do your homework and watch Vacation Friends, Coach? Like you're supposed to?
No, I haven't gotten around to watching Vacation Friends. I work 12-hour days. I got home at 10 o'clock last night. I started at 7 a.m.
You got 3-hour period. You can knock out 2 movies.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach.
He wants to watch Andy Kaufman over again.
Oh, man. I'll look at some Andy Kaufman. That's me. Coach Hutch, how did you feel yesterday? I mean, we're not going to talk about what you saw, but that was the first time when we put those two groups together. And Coach Hutch, what a blessing. I want to give him his props. He is the strength and conditioning coach at LC Bird High School. He has total control of the program, sponsored by Rack Coach. He's doing a great job. But we put those two groups together. And I even though, hey, if we play air, we might win. Okay, if you have a football team and you can't beat air, you're going to have a hard time. You can't catch the ball in air. If you can't block air, you're going to have a long night. We
Well, I
look good
appreciate
against air.
Appreciate the kind words, Coach. And yes, 100%. You know, we didn't have as many guys. SOLs are, happening right now. The state test in Virginia. So kids got a little bit of other things going on in their mind. They got these big tests. They want to do well. So, if they miss a workout here or there during this time, I'm forgiving them 100%. But with the guys that we had, that core group that were still there, man, they look good. And it's April. And by August, watch out, Central Region. Watch out, Virginia.
Are you Coach Bald? What are the rules in Florida? Is it 15 spring practices and then you can't practice any more football? Is 7-on-7 legal? Is working with the lineman legal when it's not spring ball?
I don't know what the rules are here.
Did y'all go by the rules?
When I was in Orlando, we were allowed to have 15 spring practices.
See, you're a baby face.
Fun fact, I had a kid arrested for double homicide during spring practice. So that was interesting. And but yeah, you're only allowed you can work out 3 days a week. That's not an issue. You just can't touch a football for those 15 days. Rule. Except for those 15 days, yeah.
What a terrible rule.
Yeah, I think they got their spring game here coming up end of May. They're going down to Miami for a jamboree where there's like 8 other schools.
Who are they playing?
They play Miami. What is it?
Miami Central?
I'll have to check this. No, it's not a Miami Central, but it's a Miami somebody. Sarasota, Miami Sarasota, or some stuff like that. I don't know, man. But they're going down there, and it's a long.
I just saw IMG Academy got bought for like $1.6 billion.
Wow,
sounds about right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was going to apply there, but it was like a 7-step interview process.
I mean, IMG.
Yeah, I know they were.
If they sold them, that means IMG, the talent agency, don't own them anymore. So who owns them? And what's the point of even going to IMG? All right, here you go. This is who I'm picking in the draft. All right. And only reason I'm saying this guy's name is because I went to San Antonio, Texas. I went to the All-American game, and I asked one of my players, if you had one person to pick, who would you take? And he said, that guy. That guy was Nolan Smith. I'm taking him. Washington Commanders, Nolan Smith. That's who is the guy. Now, I don't know if he fits.
I think the Washington Commanders would get beat by the Washington Defenders.
Oof.
My friend Reggie Barlow and Shannon Dawson, offensive coordinator, and Greg Williams, a Buddy Ryan guy. But I love Greg Williams. Sean Taylor's coach. He was the head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Peter Skoronsky. That's who my number one pick is. He's the lineman, the offensive lineman out of Northwestern. 6'5", 315.
And he's a Duke Manyweather guy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I say give Stetson a chance.
Yeah, he might end up being a steal. That's the thing with the Richardson guy, man. I mean, they're giving him the first round grade. I mean, heck, he's 6'5", 240, 250, runs a 4.43. I think if he could go to the right squad where he didn't have to come in to start and you just have a certain package for him, kind of like a Wildcat package or a goal line type package, I think he could be okay. If he got with a quarterback guru, you know what I mean? If you have him with a Sean Payton, or you have him with the Rams coach.
Dude, I can see Bryce Young playing for Sean Payton, being like a Drew Brees. But C.J. Stroud has fallen, and there's so many lies out there. These teams lie just so guys can fall to them. And people badmouth players, and teams put out false information just so they can get the guy. I mean, look at what happened to that kid, the offensive tackle Tunstall. I mean, somebody put all that information out about him, and the Miami Dolphins, who selected him, they were cheering.
Yeah.
I mean, They were so happy.
They've gotten so much for him when they traded him to Texas. I believe they got 3 number 1 picks or something like that. Yeah, he was the one with the gas chamber bong video that he posted right before the draft. And yeah, he did. He went from a bona fide top 3 pick to, I want to say he slid to maybe that 11-12 area.
All right, Coach, tell us about our sponsors there, Coach Bald, and then Coach Hutch.
Yeah,
Coach
big
Ball,
shout out.
He got to have the big talk with Cultivate Wellness.
Yeah, man, I had a great time talking and everything. They're in the works on maybe seeing what they can do in this area. I guess up there, a lot of laws have changed, so they're having to, kind of adjust on the fly and everything. It's ridiculous, this stuff sometimes, man. I did go to St. Pete Rejuvenate yesterday, and I did get the IV hydration, and I felt amazing. And there was another gentleman that had gone up there as well. And so this guy, he actually not long ago got a DUI. Now he is on prescription medical marijuana, but because he got the DUI, he has to not be able to take his prescription medicine. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
That's interesting. In Virginia, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but in Virginia,
no.
If you're on that same situation, because I have an acquaintance that had a very similar thing, and when he went in, they have Virginia Alcohol Safety Action Program, and they test you and they breathalyze you, and they test the full spectrum. And he had asked about cannabis, and they said yes, except if you have a medical cannabis card. So he got his card, and now they no longer have to do that. So it's very interesting, state to state, how things work.
Yeah, this guy has the card and everything, and with what happened to him, he's been depressed and he hasn't been eating, and he works outside, and he's been severely dehydrated. So he got rehydrated. I got rehydrated. So it was a wonderful thing. And also the St. Pete Rejuvenate, if you go on, click on the website, you can sign up for our weight loss that we're doing. We've had some phenomenal numbers on that. So it might not just be one winner. It might be a winner and a half a winner. Might do a half off deal. We're still in the works to see. So that's really, really good stuff that we got going on there. So check them out, give them a call, text message, whatever you need. We'll be there for you. But Cultivate Wellness. I mean, the products that you have there, I don't know what the limitations are now, but I was talking and they are, I guess some laws just went into effect. So some things may have possibly changed. So maybe give them a call before you go in and get the update. I got to give a call to Julia just to find out what the logistics are, just so I know from my own references and whatnot.
Yeah. So currently they banned, so full spectrum CBD. The governor said we're taking that one off the list of the banned substances because so many people reached out about how full spectrum CBD has helped so many people. Again, it's non-psychoactive, and I think that's the big thing. And then also it was really a lot of the packaging, because they, just in the sense, there's 400 different cannabinoids in the cannabis plant, both hemp and marijuana. Some people have synthesized different ones like Delta 8 THC, Delta 10 THC, Delta 9 THC is what your medical marijuana is, just for those that don't know. So Delta 8 is similar, Delta 10 is similar, but some of the packaging that they're putting in there is like cereal crisps, not Cultivate, but like some of these other like gas station stuff like that are putting all these different packages out there that you can clear as day, or like that's marketed to, teens and youth. So I think that's the big thing. Virginia's still on par for full legalization in 2024. So, we'll see what happens there. If that's a positive or negative, we don't really know. I think regulation is still the best way for it, have it accessible. But anyways, long story short, Cultivate Wellness, they still got their full spectrum CBD. So that's where we started out. And that's where we're going to continue to keep working. And I'd love to see them branch out down to St. Pete.
Without a doubt. So life lessons wise, The life lesson of the day was beat me if you can. You know, we're going to get our guy on here. We'll probably break some news on Twitter later on when we're going to have that podcast with the grappler. But yeah, that was one of his mottos: "Beat me if you can, man." A lot of confidence, and we hope you guys get some confidence from watching us. That's all we want to do. We want to inspire and empower. That's what we're here for, Totem Pole Nation. What do you got for me, Coach?
Hey, man, everybody, your greatness is determined by service. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Martin Luther King. Love y'all, Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We are the people's champ. We are for the common man. We are the common man. We are the uncommon amongst the uncommon common man. I love how you smile and laugh at my joke.
Coach Hutch,
you were perfect for me, Coach Hutch. I am the totally opposite of his own brother. All right.
Yes, that is
totally opposite.
We can't get him on the podcast.
His brother uncomfortable.
I'm gonna call him with a link on Friday. It's his birthday, and we're gonna get him on the podcast.
Let's do it.
We'll
just put him on there live. He won't even know. We'll prank call him. Let's get Coach Bald to call him.
Let's do it.
Let's do a prank call.
I got Coach some in the repertoire.
Let's do it.
Might have done one or two.
Call Coach Hutch's brother on Friday.
All right. Live on Totem Pole.
Yep.
We'll get him on.
All right, guys. Any other words, Coach Hutch?
Really, I'll take it out of my last 2 days. Nothing in life is serious enough for you to lose your head about. Take the time, be in the now, be grateful for what you have. Know that your current position won't always be your lifetime position, and you can change. And I like that what you said, Coach, from the grappler too. If you want to change, beat me if you can. I kind of think that translates like, I'm going to do it until somebody stops me. You tell me no, that ain't going to stop me. So I think that's the takeaway.
Amen, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Life Lessons. To the next episode.